AITA for snapping at my parents after they called my sick wife lazy. I, 34M, need an outside perspective because I said some things I don't fully regret, but my mom is acting like I ruined the family. My wife, 33F, has been dealing with a nasty flu this week. Tuesday morning she woke up barely able to stand, fever, the whole thing. She's usually the one who drives our two kids to school because my shift starts earlier than hers, but that day she physically could not do it. I was already at work by the time she realized how bad she felt, so she called my parents, who live 15 minutes from us, and asked if they could take the kids since it was short notice. My mom picked up the kids, but apparently spent the entire car ride complaining. My oldest, who is 9, told me later that grandma kept saying things like, "Your mom needs to get it together," and "she's probably just being lazy," and that a real mother would push through. My son said it made him feel weird because he could tell something was wrong but didn't know what to say. Here's some backstory. My wife is genuinely the most loving person I have ever met. She remembers everyone's birthdays, she still writes little notes in our kids' lunchboxes, she checks in on my coworkers when they're going through something even though she's never met them. My parents have never really warmed up to her though, even back when we were just dating. I think part of it is they only ever see us during holidays or short visits, so they never got to witness the small everyday stuff, the way she shows up for people consistently when nobody's watching. They just see a woman who wasn't raised the way they were and decided early on that she didn't measure up. When I got home from work and heard this, I was already exhausted, and something in me just cracked. I called my parents and did not hold back. I told my mom she was out of line, that my wife has never once been lazy a day in her life, that she works a full-time job, handles most of the household stuff, and was legitimately sick, not faking anything. I told my dad, who mostly stayed quiet during the call, that his silence was its own kind of agreement. I said some sharper things too, like bringing up how my mom never worked while my dad supported her for years, which I know was a low blow and not really related. My mom started crying and said she was just worried about the kids being late and didn't mean it in a cruel way. My dad texted me the next day saying I embarrassed them and that family shouldn't talk to each other like that, especially after they dropped everything to help. Now my wife feels guilty, like she caused a rift, even though she didn't say a word about the whole argument until I brought it up. My parents want an apology. I think I could have worded things better, but I don't think I was wrong to be angry. So, AITA.